Hello, everybody. Today I'm just gonna talk to you about my living situation. Right now, as you can tell, I'm in a hotel, and that's because right now I'm without a place. And the reason why I'm without a place is me and my brother live together in a two-bedroom apartment, and we was rent was always paid or anything. It wasn't. We didn't leave on a bad note or anything, but the only reason is because of the management company that we dealt with changed one of their policies that excluded my brother from being able to live there. Therefore, we both had to move out, and there was no way I could live there alone. Because, see, I'm under disability, which I can't I can't even really afford a regular apartment on my own if it was just up to me. But my brother does help me with making sure I have food and everything I need. So there's no trouble there. It's just when it goes to looking for an apartment, of course we tried for several months trying to find another two-bedroom apartment to move in. But it seemed like every single property management company was the same, had the same exact rule. That so it got down to the wire, and I'm kind of looking for apartment on my own at least, but I don't know where. I mean, I'm good till the 19th, but I don't know where I'm going till after that. But my brother is one that really cares for me, and he's trying to make sure I always have a roof over my head. So he's a good person, and but anyways, through I mean, I did have other places I had looked into, but they required three times the rent at least. Three times the rent. One was two and a half times the rent, which means I didn't make enough. I mean, sure, me and my brother could have made it work. And one, I mean, one place they mentioned, I mentioned about my brother being a coal signer, and he was even excluded to being a coal signer, which I don't understand. Why would his record say anything about being a coal signer? He wasn't going to live there or anything. So it's, I'm sure a lot of other people on disability or getting Social Security or anything like that is probably having the same trouble. Hopefully they have a place, but still, I don't get it because I could have made the place work easily, and you know I don't know. I know you guys out there can't do anything about it, but that's okay. But I'm just letting you know on things that who knows, maybe as you get older you'll find the same type of thing. Hopefully things will change after that, but who knows. But anyway, the city had at one time had a shelter type basis place at where I lived at one time, and that fairly good place where they give you your meals and everything, and so it's livable situation. Sure, you only had a room that was, I mean, at first you start out staying in a dorm with 10 other beds in it. I mean, 10 beds in it total. So it, and and went through there. Then they, as rooms opened up upstairs, you was able to go upstairs. First was usually a double room, which when I had a double room, the other person in that room, it seemed like he was never there. So it was almost like having the place to myself, which was all right. And then gradually moved into my own room. Was probably about half the size of the room that I originally had, being that the other room was a double room, but I made it work. I can't make anything work usually. So then there came time when one person I got to know pretty good and we got along real good. He was up to move into one of the apartments that the place owned, and being the apartment was like 2 rooms, that it was still share kitchen and bath, but there was only like 4 people could live up there. So that made it cool, because of course people up there that lived up there, I knew them anyways, so we was all friends anyways. But anyways, he got, my friend, his name was Mel, he got picked to be able to go up there, and being the place knew that me and him got along real good together, they asked if I wanted to go up there and share it with him, and I said, yeah, sure. So I was able to get into the apartment, and I don't know how long we lived there, maybe a couple years, I don't know, but it came down to where they decided to start doing something different with that apartment area, with apartments and that. So, which told us that we had to move out. It wasn't like a quick notice. We had a little bit of time to get things prepared and everything, but anyways, had to move out of there. And this was while I was working. I just recently became disabled, maybe 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years. Around 3 years. So, but I tell you, people out there that's on disability or that's on Social Security and that's the only means of income, they're having a rough time making ends meet. And of course, hopefully a lot of them have family, like a brother that will help them out and everything, but still, I do care for them people that's having a rough time, you know. Of course, I care for everybody. I'm just that way, and some of it is because Christ in me that kind of makes me that way. Plus, I do care for people that has, especially cancer or different health ailments. Because, anyway, I don't know what I'm saying here. But, anyways, people, you people out there, just think of what I was saying. That some of them disabled people or people under Social Security, that they could be having a rough time. Uh, Maybe you just can be friends with them, or maybe just understand them a little bit more, you know? Uh, I'm not asking you to make sure you give money or anything, because I know that would be something different. Maybe you care enough for to them to help them out, but you never know. There's some of them that could be real con artists too. You don't know, so you gotta be careful. But anyways, this video ain't gonna be that long, but I had to do a video just to keep up. This will go out on Saturday morning, and so I'm ahead of the game right now. So I want to keep it that way. But anyways, I'm gonna sign on out of here, and so anybody out there that has any prayer request or anything that they have trouble with, put it in the comments below, and I'll check out the comments. And being this channel just started, I probably won't be that big right away, so, but that's okay. I don't care. As I said in my first video, that I'm not doing it for money. I'm not doing it to get subscribers. It just gives me something to do, and I want to get word out for, like, people that has cancer. There's many treatments that you can have. One of my next videos I'm going to go over some of the procedures of that you can get related to lymphoma cancer, which is the type of cancer I had. And but anyways, anybody has any prayer requests, put it in the comments below. If you have any suggestions for this channel, or things you would like to see or me to talk about, let me know by putting it in the comments below. Until next time, adios, and talk to you again later.